Hi, my name is Joseph Wilt. I am Vice President of Facilities here at Phoenixville Federal Bank and Trust. We have 5 branch locations as well as an administration campus, and it's my responsibility to make sure that all of these buildings and structures are not only safe and sound, but also have a great eye appeal for everyone to see, for each building in their own character and their own style. Here at the administration campus, we have an old structure. It was an elementary school that was built in the early 1900s. And alongside that was an addition that was built in probably around the early 2000s, like 2004, and another structure on the same campus that was built in about 2010. And at that time, obviously we had new roofs put on, and it came time to have those things replaced. And so we were looking for somebody that was able to tackle the task of 2 large buildings, but also do it in a timeline that would work well with not only business operations, but also keeping the noise down in our neighborhood. So that way we weren't impeding on anything that would involve a quiet time that we need to keep in the neighborhood. One of the things that impressed me with Lemus was the orchestration of being able to get everything together so that every aspect of those that would be affected would be as smooth as possible. My job has always been involved with customer service, and the biggest thing for me is when I find that even from the backside of running a business to the production of whatever I'm wanting to have done, that every element is in place to make you feel comfortable that you know you're dealing with the right people. So the key thing for me in choosing the right party to take care of this project was that every department that they have intertwines and interworks with each other, and there's not a breakdown in communication. How that communication is relayed back to me in being informed in every process and every step of the way was what made this whole project so much easier. Because from the very beginning, in having an estimate done on the roof, to having product selection, to having scheduling issues, to having permits taken care of, all of the logistics that happen behind the scene that have to be taken care of in order to have the project done. And if those things work as a fine-tuned machine, then you know that the actual production at the end is going to be just as well. And the day came when it was time to rip off 2 large buildings worth of roofing, and to see the orchestra going on with a huge crew operating in a way that actually enabled our employees to still work in the environment, to enter in the building, to continue to work throughout our day without any disruption. It was great to have that, and it was impressive to see how quickly the work was done, how efficiently the crew was working, and how much I didn't have to get involved. As facilities, Vice President of Facilities, I'm always involved. But I could take a back seat and just watch, because you know what? When you're looking for professionals, you expect to let them do their thing. And from the gate, I always felt that, listen, you guys got it all going exactly the way that it needs to be done. I'm gonna step back, you just let me know if you need me. And very few situations was I needed. Only one scenario that we had was our old structure of the 1910 school building needed some extra woodwork done up on the roof for support. And that was the one thing that I had to have a conference with them as to the additional work that needed to be done. That was the surprise after the old roof was taken off. But a little hiccup, and it didn't slow anything down. It was still done within the 2-day period of having 2 large buildings to be done. It was done in 2 days. Now, the big thing is being able to look at the finished product and seeing how well, based on the selections that were available from Lemus and the supplies that were available, the new roofing on both buildings look like they belonged from the beginning. They suit the structures so very well. They actually make them look very crisp, clean, and stately for what they are as buildings. So we're very grateful for that product, as well as the workmanship behind it.